Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SnB's F1 series here for round 4 at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Known as the Temple of Speed, this classic track holds high speeds and heavy braking zones, demanding great traction to get everything you can out of each lap. The long straights with sudden corners demands a low downforce setup for these drivers to maneuver around the track. We're in for about 27 laps tonight, so it's going to be a wild one. But these guys are out and qualifying at the moment. And I'll tell you what, these chicanes, we're going to watch some of these guys kind of struggle through them. We're going to see a few possibly get some air. It's going to be very interesting to see how they can get around this track. It's a fast one, but it can be a challenging one. And we're on board with Hokie Fan right now as he goes on his outlap to go to qualifying. Let's see what he can do around these turns up here. Easy part of the track. We're going to be headed up to the start-finish line, and he will be on his timed lap. Racer Rec, how are you? Hope you're doing well out here. It's going to be a really fun race, a fun track, but man, oh man, these guys, they have quite the challenge tonight. We're on board with JDM Hawk. He is on his outlap. I want to kind of take it on board with him as he maneuvers through the chicane here. It's going to be the second one. Oh, no, that's not the chicane. Wrong person here. Let's see if we can go with Culture. He just made it through there. That's who I was hoping to follow, the color-coded drivers out here. Times, we had a lot of quick times out there. Hokie Fan, we had Culture, we had Rangers, all with really fast times. So I want to see what we can qualify on pole out here, but it is going to be very, very fast. And like I said, we might see a couple of guys get some air as they head into the chicanes. This is going to be the first one. You can see him going around. That looks pretty solid out there, so good to see. One of the faster ones here tonight. We'll see what kind of lap he puts out. No one has a timed lap just yet. A lot of guys still on their out lap for tonight. Fastest lap so far, and the only lap, is going to be Hokie Fan with a 121.7. Jacob on board with a 122.0, about 0.3 off, so pretty close for these guys. We're gonna see a couple of 121s out there, and here we have it, Bloomy out here with a 121.777. 777s. That's gonna be some good luck hopefully tonight for Bloomy. Let's go on board with Hokie Fan, see how he's doing out here. First chicane of the track that we've seen Hokie take. A lot of long straights, a lot of speed out here to take advantage of. But boy, oh boy, you have to have the right balance for these cars to maneuver through all of this. We're gonna see if they do. Lil Hooper, how are ya? Hope you're doing well out here. Another one on the board, Hawk with a 122.9. We have a 123.2 for JDM Culture. Jacob X99, 122.060. Justin on the board in fourth with a 122.060. What are the odds? Very, very close times out here. Really fun to watch these guys. I want to see the confidence level for these guys. How are they feeling out here? Talking to a couple of them before the race started. Some of them, they weren't so sure how their car would react out here. Let's take a look at the tires and what kind of tire they're bringing out. A lot of these guys are starting on softs. We have a few with mediums. I think that the strategy tonight will be going from softs to mediums or vice versa, mediums to softs. From what I'm understanding, if they do get in a wreck early on, they're probably going to want to switch over to hard tire compound, as they will be able to last for the remainder of the race. 27 laps out here, so These guys have a lot of racing to do, but we'll see what they can do with it. Mayor of Bag City, he's been a very strong one. He is out here with a 130.3 on those softs. Liebert with a 136.3. I was unable to see him out here in practice along with Mayor, but a lot of these guys so extremely close in time. That's going to be super fun to watch. Mayor and Liebert with their first lap out. They're going to be able to improve on that. We'll see by how much. You got done with your NR season. Nice. Racer, absolutely. This rocks. Made to the Final Four as a rookie and got 2 wins in the playoffs. Ah, no, I got wrecked out. Sad days. You hate to see it. Hokie fan still holding out the fastest lap with a 121.772. Bloomy with a 121.777. Jacob in third. He's going to be 122.060. Tied with Justin still. We're going to have Culture with a 122.519. Hawk with a 122.972. These guys get moved down by Mayor of Bag City, who moves up to 5th with a 122.319. Skyline on the board with a 123.306. Said he did not get to practice a lot for this, if at all. So we'll see how he does tonight, being on cold tires here, essentially. He is back out on pit road. Liebert is out once again. Had 2 laps out. Culture with 3 out here. We'll see what these guys can do. I want to take a look at points, though. Rangers still in the points lead with 59. Mayor of Bag City, who has won a race. He is 1 point behind with 58. Leave Justin in third with 39 points. Skyland in fourth with 35 points. JDM Hawk in 5th with 28 points. And at 18 points, Culture is going to be in 6th with Hokie Fan in 7th, who is looking really superb out here tonight. He's got 18 points. Bloomy with 14 points sitting in 8th. JCX12 with 13 points in P9. And Jacob X99 with 9 points sitting P10. JMac Attack with 8 points, looking on the outside in for the top 10. David with 6 points and P12. So very, very close. And some of these guys do not have any points yet, as they have been wrecked out of a race or something else has happened. And unfortunately, no points on the board. So going to be interesting to see where these guys make up points at. Will this be the race where they can make up some spots? I'm not seeing a lot of movement with these times. We only have 9 drivers with a lap time on the board. Qualifying still has almost a little under 9 minutes left, so plenty of time to make something happen, make those adjustments. And you guys, take a look at this. So many guys out there on the softs trying to get those fast lap times. You know that definitely helps. We'll see what they can do with it. Let me know in chat who you guys are rooting for. I'm hoping to kind of bug these guys, and we have them out here in Discord tonight so that we can get everyone on board. A lot of drivers out here, 18 drivers tonight. I think it is the most we've had all season so far. SnB F1 GTS Sport Racing. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I think I messed it up a little bit, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know these guys do too also. Rangers, fastest lap so far, 121.0. That moves him up to the top spot in front of Mayor of Bag City, who is now second, 121.4. Abyss sitting in third. All these drivers making these laps very quickly here. He sits in third with a 121.6. Hokie Fan, that moves him down to fourth with a 121.772. So extremely close. A couple of low 121s though. I'm interested to see, will we have any other movers? A 121.0 is the fastest I've seen here tonight. Let's go on board. I want to watch Rangers out here as he takes a lap through Monza. Looks like he is going to pull over here. Caution in Sector 2. That is where Rangers is. I don't know if he got off track. I'm not sure quite what happened, but these guys are off and moving again still. Let's go on board with him as he maneuvers around here. One of the easier chicanes, if you will, through this track. He'll round it out on this right-hander up here, heading to the start-finish line. These long straights, these guys will be able to take advantage of the DRS if they can. Looks like Rangers is going to pull it out on to pit lane here. Mayor of Bag City, a lot of guys on the pit road. Let's see. Hawk does not look like he is on track. JC, Gary from Canada, not quite sure what happened to these guys, but we're on board with JDM Culture. We'll see how he does through the chicane here. I'm telling you, through one of these chicanes, if you hit it just right, your car will ramp it. I've already seen it here tonight. Really upsets these cars, makes it extremely loose. So they're going to have to try to grapple with how to maneuver through that and make sure that they keep control. It can really upset these cars, and that is not something that you want to do when you're racing around 17 other drivers. Rangers has seen 2 wins so far this season. He won at Bahrain and also the Chinese Grand Prix. Mayor of Bag City, he won at Australia. Now tonight for round 4, we are at Monza. We'll see who can bring it home here. Quite a lot of drivers. Fun to see Skyland out here. A 121.9, the last driver in the 121s. Jacob still tied with Leaf Justin for a 122.060. Tom Fleet with a time on the board of 123.9. He's going to be sitting P12 as we do have a caution out in Sector 3. A lot of cars over there on track. Liebert with a 125.0, sitting P15. Still a few drivers that have not hit the track yet. Dion Ford Dub is on his out lap, so we'll see what kind of lap he can put down. He is one of those drivers that unfortunately, he's got 1 point on the board, sitting P13 in the standings. For the constructor standings, we have Ferrari, who is in the lead with 67 points. We have Alpine with 63 points, P2, Mercedes with 59 points, sitting in P3, Aston Martin with 40 points, so that's going to be the top 4 right there. Dion making his way around the track, going to be the first lap out here. Still on his out lap, he will go for a time lap directly after this. Get those tires warmed up. I'm going to see what kind of tires that a lot of these drivers are still on. Dion Ford Dub, the only ones out on the track with medium tire compound. J Mac Attack has the mediums on, but he's still on pit road. Every single other driver, they have the soft tires out there. You know it, they go fast, but they do wear quickly. Rangers still on pole with a 121.083. Man, will we see a 120? I don't know. He is right on the cusp of it. It's going to be extremely close if he can get it. I'm very curious to see. A little under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm not sure if we'll see him back on track. It'll be interesting to see if he does make his way back out there. If you're here rooting for a driver, let me know. Who is your driver? Who do you got tonight? A lot of great drivers are out here. Fun to watch these guys. Abyss still sitting third with a 121.659. Culture just sitting right behind him with a 696. Pokey Fan with a 717, and Bloomy still with the lucky sevens out there. Jacob and Justin still tied out here with a 060. Justin trying to make another run, trying to make his way past the 9th spot. Hopefully beating Jacob out there. We'll see if he can't get it done. No one able to beat Rangers just yet. Caution in Sector 3. I wish there was replays. We have Woozy Umu, who is out here for his first race out in the F1 series. We'll see what kind of showing he makes here tonight. He's got a 124.0. He will have a little bit of time to try to make another faster lap. We'll see if he can't get it done. Our top 5, 6 drivers, I would say, so extremely close, all within 0.7 of a second. So very, very tight. I think we're gonna see, as we see every week, a lot of pack racing. The first 2 guys are going to be together. Then we're going to see the top guy. He's going to probably split off from the group behind. 4th, 5th, and 6th are usually quite a group of guys together. So we'll see if we have that again here tonight at Monza. Very, very possible. And then usually 9th, 10th, and 11th, we also have a lot of drivers together. These guys have finished. You can see the checkered flag for these guys. Still 2 minutes 50 seconds to get something done for the guys who have not completed. Culture still out there. Mayor of Bag City. We have Hawk and Libert. I'm not sure what happened to these guys. Oh, man. Hopefully we'll see them in there for the race. Let's go on board with Culture here. Making his way into the first chicane. Gonna come out and round the wide right-hand corner here. Taking all the speed that he can get down to the inside curb, bring it out to the outside. Gonna have another tight corner as these guys enter in. Take care of those curbs. I'm telling you, they will knock you loose. These cars do not like heading over that. You hit it just right, you will get some air. Gonna get some of that straight line speed as we come around here, heading into another chicane. This one is the lesser of the evils, I would say, but man, still can get very, very tight, but he goes around it very, very well. Culture doing a great job with a 121.565. Coming around the final corner here, we'll see what he gets at the start finish line. Best time 121.5. Great job for him. Got a 5.66 there. Oh man, so close. Race is getting ready to start. Rangers will be on pole. We'll see if Abyss can't make it out here. Racer Wreck, hope your day is going good. We've had a fun couple of nights of racing. It's always busy. Rangers on pole, Abyss in second, Mayor of Bag City in third, Leaf Justin in fourth, Culture in fifth, Pokey Fan gonna start in sixth, Bloomy in seventh. In eighth we have Skylin. Ninth is Jacob. JDM Hawk in 10th and Libert 11th. David in 12th. JCX 12 in 13th. Tom Flitty going to start 14th. It's gonna be extremely close. You got just got into Charlotte today. Waiting for the rest of the animals. Have all of the fun. Oh my goodness, that is gonna be a blast. I know a couple of guys out there. All right, we're gonna be having our formation lap for these guys. Starts in 25 seconds. 27 laps. I'm curious what kind of a strategy these guys are gonna play. Most of these guys were on softs. We'll see if any of the guys past 10th, if they change what their strategy is. A good warm up for these guys as they take to the track, try to warm those tires up. Rangers has just been so completely strong out here all season long. 2 wins out of 3. Mayor of Bag City took over his first win of the season. We'll see if he can't get another. I'm kind of curious, will we see a new winner tonight? A couple of new drivers out here. 18 drivers for this race, the most we've seen all season. You can see these guys taking it easy on the formation lap, just trying to get it warmed up, pacing back and forth. Mayor of Bag City. Rangers is quick. Will he be able to keep everyone behind him? We have a couple of packs out here for this formation lap. Let's take a visit. Bloomy coming out here 7th. Skyland in 8th. Jacob 9th. JDM in 10th. Libert 11th. We'll see how these guys do tonight. David in 12th. JC in 13th. Tom Flitty. Woozy Emo is his first night out in SnB F1 series. J Mac Attack, Dion, and Gary. Quite the lineup for these guys as they're getting ready to grid. I'll be honest, I thought these guys lined themselves up from what I heard, that the AI take over for them to line them up on the grid. I was always like, wow, these guys always do a great job. You can tell I was new at F1 out here. Looks like everyone is ready, lined up. And the lights are out here at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. These guys are off and running and already 2 and 3 wide, headed into the first corner. Will there be any catastrophes, as that is an extremely sharp corner? So far, I see everyone possibly going through. You see a very, very slow movement. Gary from Canada trying to make his way around. Abyss directly behind Rangers. He's going to be in second. So many groups out here. Man, oh man. Second place going side by side. Abyss going to fall back, trying to hold on to it as he goes over the curb. Absolute insanity on our first lap. So far, I have not seen anyone have anything catastrophic happen. Still on the move, but Abyss is going to lose a couple of spots. Leave Justin in 5th, and man, he's got quite the crew directly in front of him. Let's take a look at our leader. He's already got a little bit of a gap, about a 1.5 second gap between him and second. We do have a caution in Sector 3. Let's take a look. JDM Hawk, he moves down. Bloomy, a little bit of movement between these guys. Curious if that is who it involved out here. Fastest lap goes to Rangers with a 1:26.2 for their first lap. No mayhem, not yet, but man, these guys are still pretty close together. Justin directly behind Abyss, putting the pressure on. Gonna take a look, see if he can make something happen here. Let's get on board with him. Going around the first wide corner here. 10 to 11 laps is going to be the strategy tonight, and let's see if we can't take a look at the tires here. Everyone except for one person on softs. Dion takes it over to mediums, probably switch over to the softs later on. Very interesting call. He is on a lonesome strategy out here. Let's go back up with our leader. You can see the gap. Culture still has him in view. Mayor of Bag City directly behind, and there is a ton of cars just waiting to make something happen. I want to take a look back here. Let's go on board with Bloomy, who's directly behind Skyland. Bloomy sits P8. Rangers gets another fastest lap, 1:23.9. I'll tell you what, Rangers extremely talented out here, does an amazing job. Had a little bit of trouble in our second race, and that is the race at Australia, where Mayor won that race. Had some trouble early on. Ooh, Bloomy gets a little loose, holds on to it, still continues on, but our leader, Rangers, he manages to increase the gap to almost 2 seconds. And there it is, 2 seconds right there. Culture in second. Looking very, very strong here tonight at the Italian Grand Prix. Mayor of Bag City still holding on to it. Very, very strong driver. We see him make a lot of moves throughout these races. Lap 3 of 27. So much has happened already. A lot of movement out here for these guys. Fastest lap is going to be Ranger still with that 1:23.9. A lot of 1:24s out here. Position changes. Abyss loses so much. We saw him have a little bit of trouble early on. He continued to fall back. Kind of settles into 11th. I want to take a look at him, see how he's doing. Really stretching it out here, extending that track a little bit. Heads into this first chicane. JC up ahead, really upsets his car. Liebert goes side by side with Woozy Emu. They can still continue on. This racing, absolutely phenomenal. This is for the battle for 8th, you guys. Abyss has to back it off a little bit. Fastest lap goes to Jacob X99, 1:23.0. He's going to get the fastest lap now. Mind you, let's talk about him. He's sitting back here in 15, lost 6 spots with Hokie Fan, who we saw so strong early on, especially in practice. He had one of the fastest, if not the fastest time. He moves back 10 spots. Ranger still looking very strong, increases that gap to just under 3 seconds. This guy, if he can keep it consistent, I mean, he is just unstoppable. Very confident in these cars, knows how to handle them, gets these setups just right. Let's take a look at this. Mayor of Bag City was going side by side with JDM Culture. These two gonna battle out. This is gonna be for P2. Let's go on board with Culture. You can see him fall back just a little bit. Could have tried to scoop things up, try to see what he can do moving forward, but he's going to back off a little bit. I want to go on board with the telemetry, see when these guys use the DRS. You can see their shifting points, how they get around here. Gonna vary just a little bit, but man, these guys really have to be on it. There's no point in this track, especially heading into the chicanes. If you have too much speed going into this, you're going to absolutely just rocket over the track and into a wall. Definitely something these guys will have to make sure that they keep consistently, make sure they stay on track. Airbag City making his way around. The track is very, very filled. Liebert out here, David MC directly in front of him. We had another fastest lap of a 1:22. These guys just increasing those fastest laps out here. Very impressive. Liebert down 7 spots from where he started. Sector 3 has a caution. Let's see if we can find out where it is. J Mac attack, spun around, makes his way back on. David going to pass him up. J Mac is going to fall to last place at the moment, P18. Liebert in front of him, David in 16th. Abyss down 13 spots. He is on pit road, making his way back on the track here. He's got a penalty. Man, really tough start for him. Lap 6 of 27. We've seen him at the front. We've seen him fall back. We've seen him get penalties. He's had a little bit of everything and such early on in the race. Oki Fan, another one that's having issues early on. Still plenty of time to make his way up through traffic. He's going to be sitting P14, down 8 spots from where he started. Our last 6 drivers have made 1 stop so far. Interesting to see. Gary is the first one who has not made a stop. P12 sitting. Woozy Emu first night here in the league, and P11th not doing too bad. Pretty impressive. Dion looking at top 10. He's got Tom Flitty directly in front of him. Tom Flitty has an amazing momentum coming off that corner exit. Dion loses a little bit of time. Dion kind of gingerly going through the chicane here. I saw him earlier on in practice having a little bit of trouble trying to get through there, but better safe than sorry. It's better to lose a little bit of time than hit those curbs at full speed and end up off the track damaged. So great strategy for him to try to just keep it consistent, keep it clean, keep it on track. That's the most important thing. Tom Flitty approaching JC, and Skyland really takes it wide out here. Loses a little bit of time, but all over the back bumper of JC, putting the pressure on. These 3 are entering a turn right here. We'll see how they can get around. JC coming up on Skyland. Tom coming up on the back bumper of JC. Going too wide. Take a look at this battle. He tries to make a move, unable to make it happen. JC sends it into the corner. Skyland going to be on the inside. JC on the outside, loses it over the curb. A little bit of contact between him and Skyland, but they go through okay. Still side by side. Skyland going to pick it up. He's got that momentum, heads on to the straight. Gonna see what we can do around the corner. Man, a huge checkup, and there's a little bit of damage. Man, oh man, JC gonna have that advantage through Skyland. I don't know who lost what, but you saw a car part there. Wow. Tom makes up 2 spots right there. He is on the move, P7. Look how close that is. You could cover these guys with a blanket. Dion for dub. He is in the mix. You can see he's got his view set on Skyland. We'll see if he can't make up any time. JC falling back. He's got to have some damage. I'm trying to see if he's missing anything. Quite the battle for him. He was in 7th, falls back to 10th. Tom Flitty is going to move up as Bloomy goes on to pit road. That is going to be his first stop of the night. Tom just making all the moves in the world. A lot of movement from him, doing a great job. A couple of guys, Dion, we have Bloomy, Liebert, all on medium tires. Everyone else, they are on the softs. Abyss with a 5-second penalty. Dion up 9 spots. A fantastic night for him. Tom Flitty up 8 spots. Justin only loses 1 spot, and you can see he's got his eyes set on JDM Hawk. Dion has retired. Man, what happened to him? Having a fantastic run here tonight. So unfortunate to see. I don't know what happened, if he just lost connection. You hate to see it. He got a DNF, so I would assume he had to have something catastrophic happen. A lot of damage for his car. JDM Hawk sitting P4, up 6 spots from where he started. Culture still sitting P3. He's about 2.5 seconds back from P2. So these top 3 guys, we've seen this all season, getting very well spread out. Mayor of Bag City, about 3 seconds behind our leader, who is Rangers. I do not think he has made a single mistake out here so far. We'll see if he can keep that same consistency throughout the entire race. Gonna be quite a challenge. We do have a caution in Sector 3. Trying to find out who it is. It is going to be JDM Hawk. Ah, man. Tom Flitty retired. What is going on with these guys? So unfortunate to see. Made up so many positions. We have our first VSC out for the night, lap 10 of 27. That is going to change a lot of things for these guys. Man, oh man, Rangers is our leader. Mayor of Bag City is in 2nd. Culture in 3rd. Leaf Justin in 4th. Skyland in 5th. JDM Hawk in 6th. Woozy Emu is going to be in 7th. Bloomy in 8th. JC on pit lane. Jacob in pit lane. Pokefan, 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. Aw, man. Pokefan out at P12th. Tom Flitty and Dion, 2 DNFs of the night. You hate to see it. These guys were just doing really great job out there. See Rangers going on to pit lane. Abyss drive-through penalty, speeding under VSC, which from what I understand, it can be very challenging trying to keep that pace, not go over, not go too far under. Can kind of sneak up on you, so really tough thing to watch. No surprise here, a lot of drivers on pit road to take some tires out here. A lot of guys switching over to mediums from the soft. Still a couple of guys that have not pit. Hawk, Emu, Skylin. All of these guys going to be back out. Lap 12 of 27. Rangers still in the lead. Mayor of Bag City in second, about 3.7 seconds behind. Man, oh man. What a crazy race here. We have 2 penalties out here. Hokie fan, he has 2 stops so far tonight. Jacob, 2 stops. Abyss with a penalty also, and 2 stops on the pit lane. Lumi and Leaf Justin, these two are brewing up a battle up here. Lumi directly behind Leaf Justin. 5th is directly in front of him. That's going to be Woozy Umu. Very, very close. Leaf Justin makes the pass behind in front of Woozy. Man, I can talk out here. Bloomy moves up to 6 as Hawk is on a pit lane. These guys going to head into the first chicane. This one is very challenging to get through here. Gary from Canada, 5-second penalty. Everyone is speeding into pit lane. So tough to see out here. Hawk on pit lane. Skylin, he is out sitting currently P8. Woozy Emu having a great first showing here. Has not gone on to pit road yet. Off the track. I just gave him the Booth Jinx. Off the track once again. Man, oh man. That is going to bring out a caution in Sector 2. And he's going to DNF right here. Absolute Booth Jinx. I feel terrible. You hate to see it when that happens. Safety car is out once again. Lap 13 of 27. Race almost half over. 3 drivers with the DNF, and all 3 of these guys having just a phenomenal run. This is one of those things where things sneak up on you. Not much you can do when you hit the curbs or extend the track and go off the track. It really makes for a tough race, and these guys got a DNF from it. Dion, I want to see if I can get an interview with Dion. Do you have a copy? We'll see if we can get him over the radio as these guys are under a safety car. Rangers still in the lead here. Dion unable to talk. Lap 14 of 27. Extremely close for these guys. Making their way through. 1 stop for most of these guys. Hokie fan with 3 stops. Ranger still, he's actually on mediums right now. Mayor of Bag City on mediums. Going from the soft to the mediums, and we're gonna have a few drivers that go from medium to soft. I believe the only driver that did do that was Dion, and he is out of the race, unfortunately. Bloomy, a 5-second penalty. Severe collision. Oh, man. Justin, he is on pit lane. Bloomy on pit lane. unscheduled stop for these guys. Justin, that is his second stop for the race. Lap 15 of 27. These guys are going to be back out on track. Not sure how the collision happened, but man, oh man, just one of those things you hate to see it. Let me know how you're liking the race so far. A lot of action, a lot of guys getting taken out of the race. Rangers still looking very strong. This is going to change a lot of things, though. May are going to have to take huge advantage of once we go back to green. Gary from Canada retired from the session. 15 drivers left halfway through the race. Our top 5 guys have made one pit stop here. Hawk so far gaining 6 spots of the night, going to be the biggest mover as far as going forward. Pokey Fan still down 7 spots. Abyss down 13 after a pretty heartbreaking start for him. Still under the safety car. A lot of these guys are on mediums. 3 laps under the belt. Jacob has 4 laps. Justin takes the softs, and they are fresh out there, so trying to warm those up as much as they can. Libert on mediums, JC on softs. So only 3 drivers out of 14 I should say now are on softs. We'll have to keep track of the top 5 guys and their strategy. 1 stop so far for these guys. Right on schedule. The rest of the guys, an extra stop so far unexpectedly due to damage or just a safety car coming down pit road trying to get those extra tires. I think this is probably the longest safety car I've seen out here for these guys. We've only had 1 so far this season. This makes 2. These guys are absolutely flying by with this safety car. They will go back to green starting next lap. So here they go, getting ready to go back to green. Mayor of Bag City really gonna have to stay on top of Rangers. If I'm him, I'm going to make sure that I do not let him get away. Same with Culture and Hawk. Hawk has been extremely strong, so is Culture. So these guys really gonna have to stay on top of it. Let's go on board with Hawk, see the view from here. What kind of start they get? Where do they go? Jazz, what's up? How are you? All right, these guys are back at it once again. Ranger's gonna try to keep them out of his slipstream there as they head into the first chicane coming up. These top 4 guys make it through okay. Mayor looks like he got a little loose. That's gonna cost him a little bit of time. Rangers just phenomenal at getting through this. Take a look at that gap just after that first chicane. 1.2 second lead over Mayor of Bag City. Phenomenal job for him. Goes into that next turn. Amazing job to these guys. A lot of movement. Skyland gonna lead this next pack. I should say Hawk is gonna lead this next pack. A lot of drivers on top of each other. So extremely close. Justin and Skylin directly on top of each other. Hawk hard into the wall. That's going to cost him a ton of spots. Not sure if he had help getting there, but we are going to have a safety car yet again. Lap 17 of 27. Man, oh man, tough break for some of these guys. Hawk already AI taking control of his car. Looks like he might be done. We'll see if he can't come back. 13 cars still remaining out on track. Lap 18 of 27. Tough break for some of these guys tonight. A very, very challenging track. You have those long straights. A lot of variety for these guys. Headed into the chicane, you have to make sure that you get it slowed down. Do not hit those curbs. You can hit it a little bit, but man, if you just hit it just right, it will really upset your car. That's what we're seeing a lot of here tonight. Overextending these corners, getting off track, but Rangers, he has remained in the lead this entire time so far. All right, guys, we're going to do a prediction. Let me know what you think. Anaton, what's up? How are you? Ah, you own it and you're disappointed. Aw, man. I don't race it a lot. I actually got this to announce this. Very new to this, but from what I have raced, my first one of it, it seems pretty fun. I'm curious to see what you were disappointed with. Make your predictions out here. We've had a lot of leaders lose it coming off these corners. A few guys that are out of the race now. Really unfortunate to see. No takers for anyone yet. Rangers has led this entire time. Very, very consistent. No surprise there. Mayor of Bag City moves up to second. The steering just felt loose to me regardless of settings. Had to turn the wheel too much to get the car to turn. You know what? I have not tried this on a wheel yet. Several times I have tried it, it's been on a controller every time. I do need to try it on a wheel though. Mayor of Bag City gets yet another shot to try to make something happen with Rangers. Seems the chicane is where Rangers really gains the time in. A lot of these guys cannot make a Hawk left. Man. Heartbreaking for these guys. Another one so strong out here tonight. And yeah, DNF for him. You don't have a controller for PC? Probably should get one. I gotcha. We're on Xbox right now, so I do not have this for PC. These guys trying to keep those tires warm, getting ready to go back to green. Lap 19 of 27. Kind of a long race tonight. These guys really getting tested. Hawk had a fabulous race before that moment. Tom Flitty, Woozy Emu, we saw him. We're on board. I kind of think that we jinxed him in the booth, gave him the booth curse. Dion had such a strong race also. Back to green once again. Mayor of Bag City really trying to wind it up here, get into the corner, trying to make up some time on Rangers as they go through the first chicane. JDM Hawk, you can see him right there. Jacob gets a 5-second penalty, ignoring the yellow flag. Ah, man, some of these guys are getting hit hard with the penalties. Only a couple of them, but yeah. Culture in third, sitting behind Mayor of Bag City. Looking pretty strong out here. Let's see where Justin is. He is all over the back of Culture. We'll see if he can't keep on to it. Using every single piece of that track that he can. We do have a caution in Sector 2. Bloomy, trouble for him. J Mac Attack gets around. Bloomy falls back hard. He's going to fall back to P12. David into the gravel. Justin, a 3-second time penalty. Man, you guys, this is crazy. A lot of these guys having a lot of trouble. Take a look at the penalties just stacking up. Hokie fan, 3-second time penalty. Don't have an Xbox, son does. He could probably relate more to this. Gotcha. It is, yeah, this is pretty intense for these guys. We'll see about getting you in the booth another time, Jazz. That was another thing I don't like. Cars are ghosts when something happens. I thought that was a bit strange, yeah. If only they would do that in real life, right? I think I would never get wrecked out. They have trouble and you're good to go. That'd be nice. Back at it still, Rangers. Let's go back up with our leader. Mayor of Bag City really trying to stay on top of Rangers. We'll see if he can't do it. Culture directly behind him. You can see he's got these guys in his view. He is just chasing the rabbit right now. "13 drivers out on track. J Mac Attack moves up to 11th. Bloomy down to 12th. I want to take a look. Bloomy down 5 spots for the night. Abyss moves up. He's down 5 spots, but doing better than what we saw earlier on. Making a lot of position changes up through the field. DRS is enabled for these drivers. Definitely gonna have to take advantage of this. Go on board with these guys. Going through the chicane, not a place you can or want to use it. Mayor of Bag City sitting P2, a little over 1.5 seconds behind our leader, Rangers. Just so extremely strong. A few spots that you can use the DRS, and we're gonna see these guys start to use that. Lap 22 of 27. The race is winding down. We had a couple of extra drivers tonight, so we did have to use Discord. Usually we just go through Xbox, but 18 drivers tonight, our biggest field of the season so far. Curious to see the strategy of these drivers. When are they going to take advantage of the DRS? We're going to see him probably roundabout now as he makes his way onto the front stretch. Will he use that? I'm telling you what, if I'm catching him, I am most definitely using it. Heading into the first chicane here once again. He is really trying to gather up everything he can to try to maneuver around those chicanes. Keep it on here. We have those fast straights, which are just absolutely amazing. But man, oh man, you really have to woe it down to maneuver around these sharp turns. Culture making it through. Justin in 4th, exactly where he started. Abyss down 3 spots. Did a phenomenal job throughout the race trying to gather it back up, make his way through the field once again. Jacob extends the track just a little bit, but he is on his way up 3 spots from where he started. Abyss made 4 stops. You guys, 4 stops. That's absolutely incredible. Liebert, 4 stops. Sitting P5 with 4 stops under his belt. Yeah, pretty incredible. I would assume a lot of that was under the safety cars, so it wouldn't affect him too much, but man, oh man. Rangers only 1 stop. Mayor of Bag City are top 3. 1 stop so far. Culture really testing out here. JC getting another penalty. Justin trying to make something happen with Culture, just all over, putting the pressure onto Culture. You can see him trying to peek around. It looked like Culture had a little bit of blocking going on, trying to keep it back. Culture, it says at the bottom that he has left. Maybe that's what that was about, but yeah, he is now ghosted out. Justin can move, make his way through, and we were just talking about that. Man. You and I, yeah, we would both definitely finish more races. I think we all would. Having that for turn 1 would be amazing. I think everyone would just send it. Culture back out on track. Lost 1 spot. Not yet in control. You can see his car still ghosted out. I think, yeah, I think it's cool that, you know, you can get back into a race if you lose connection. A little weird though if you get in an incident and it is ghosted out. Doesn't happen in real life, but you know, I see where they're going with it. Checking up those brakes quite a bit. Culture is back out on track. Liebert 3-second time penalty. Culture with that has lost a little bit of time, but I'll tell you what, it is better than losing the race due to losing connection. So great to have him back. A strong night for him. We'll see if he can't make up that position, but Justin gonna be on the podium so far, lap 25 of 27. We'll see if he can't keep that position. He's gonna have to defend that quite a bit. Looks like Culture is closing in just a little bit. Love Monza, but it looks a lot narrower compared to iRacing. You know, this track, very fun, very challenging, and yeah, very narrow. At least on here. Let's take a look at our leader, Rangers. If he wins this here tonight, he will be winning 3 races so far in the season out of 4. Mayor of Bag City, who is currently sitting 2nd. He has won 1 race. Those are the only 2 winners so far. No one inside in front of him. Leaf Justin just has to worry about Culture, who is behind him. Lap 26 of 27. Man, it is coming down to the wire, guys. Rangers has just been so consistent. Not a single mistake I have not seen just yet. We'll see if he can't bring it home. Penalty free, mistake free. Anything can happen. We saw him struggle in the 2nd race of the season. That is where Mayor of Bag City won. I don't see that happening tonight, though. He looks way too strong. Mayor of Bag City looking very dominating in that 2nd position. Justin, you can see Culture creeping up on him. Abyss. He is ghosted out. I don't know if he is not there at the moment. Interesting to see, but J-Mac is directly ahead of him. The last lap, Rangers. We're gonna have to bring him home. If he can keep this in the clear, he will be good to go. No one in front of him. He just has to keep it clean on the track. He will be good. Mayor has him in his sights. I don't know if he's gonna have enough, though. Rangers is going to have to mess up, and he has not. This is going to be, you know what? They do make their setups, so I assume it is open. I know a lot of him uses Ranger setups and maybe make a couple of changes, but yeah, his is by far the most popular setup out there. For the I don't know what he does with it, but he knows what he's doing, I'll tell you. Final lap, we're gonna bring him home around the final corner. You can see Mayor of Bag City directly behind. It is not going to be enough. Rangers wins Monza here tonight for round 4. Winning 3 races of the season, Mayor brings it home in second. Justin going to be on the podium. P3, we'll see what the penalties bring, where these guys will finish. Rangers brings it home. The prediction is there. Man, oh man. You can build oval setups, not good for road. Let me make sure we're in Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back in and invite these guys because they are, some of these guys are not in Discord. Great finish for these guys. Penalty wise, we'll see what happened where everyone moves off to, but man, oh man. Rangers with such a strong finish here tonight, a strong run here tonight, bringing home the win. Huge congratulations to you, Rangers. That's going to be 3 wins for the season. How was your race tonight?
That's pretty good. Pretty straightforward for the most part. I think Mayor and JD, I'm sure which one it is, they started battling there, started the run, which really helped me pull out away from them, and I was kind of just cruising from there, and got a little nerve-wracking there with a couple safety cars at the end, but we were able to hold them off.
Yeah, a lot of those chicanes, I know some of the guys were having issues with those. What is your secret to get around and just make a phenomenal lap every lap? No mistakes out there whatsoever.
Just being, I don't know, advanced way. I mean, you hit them wrong sometimes. It's if you miss it, it's better to just err on going wide and just slowing versus than just trying to go for it, because you just catch errors, spin out instantly on them. They're pretty death curves. So.
Absolutely. Am I seeing that Culture is in actual third right now?
Yeah,
so.
Justin had a 3-second penalty, so that's a legit third for him.
All right, man, that's crazy. You can see how it affects the race here. Justin just misses out on the podium, but Rangers bringing home the win tonight. Just a huge congratulations. You have been so strong this season. 3rd win of the season. How do you feel about the next race? And I gotta go see what that race is, actually. I think it is Monaco. Yeah.
Just gotta start first. No passing. So. I should say there's no passing. There's gonna be a lot of carnage. So I mean, just keeping the car clean and trying to get up front, stay there.
All right. Well, congratulations to you. Great race, fun to watch. You brought it home with a win.
Appreciate it.
All right, Mayor of Bag City, P2 out here. What a race for you. A lot of battles. Man, a lot of drivers losing time in the race, DNFs. How did you keep it out on track, and how were the battles for you? We saw a couple of them out there.
I felt like racing was really clean today, which was awesome. A lot of take, a lot of give. It was nice, and it was just about focus and patience. Like, you can only lose the race through that high-speed S chicane and through some of the other corners. You're not winning going too fast through there. So it's just knowing that there's no point in trying to get max lap time every time through there, and just more about just consistent pace and keeping my head down and staying focused. And, safety cars and VSCs came out at the right time for strategy, and, just held the track position from there once I got P2. I knew I would be kind of in Kerr's orbit, but, like, in the end, I knew Ranger just had too much for me, and I just needed to hold my P2. And so really happy for the boys back at the shop, and for Ferrari, we should extend our team lead, and that's all you can really ask for at this point in time. And I got my first fastest lap of the season, so I'm pretty happy to get that extra bonus point as well.
I was just looking at that also. You guys were so close in points, just quite huge battles for you guys on track and in the points battle. So really fun to watch. Congratulations on P2.
Thank you, thank you.
We have Culture in here who rounds out the podium. I saw you lost connection. What happened with that?
I'm not too sure. I'm just glad it worked out. I thought I wrecked because right when I disconnected, my left rear went into the gravel, and as soon as it disconnected, I'm like, oh no, my car's in the wall. But I came back and my car was fine.
Man, that is crazy. Yeah, you got back. I know Justin took over that spot with a penalty, though, that puts him down to 4th. How was your race besides that? You look so strong out there. Again, a few battles that we caught, and really fun racing.
It was kind of stressful, actually. I had to pick and choose my fights. And towards the end, I was trying to manage my tires while also keeping the correct distance between me and Justin so I could keep P3.
Yeah, I mean, you did a great job, brought it home P3. Such a strong finish, strong showing out there. So huge congratulations to you on the podium.
Thank you.
Justin, I gotta get you out here. You almost had that third. We saw Culture lose connection. You were able to pass him and hold on to it, but you look so strong out there. A really fun race to watch. How was your race? Oh. Oh, he's not even here anymore. He left. Let me try to get him in again. We'll have to do a repeat of what we just asked. See if he joins. If not, we'll go with the top 3 as they finished out. And Rangers, Mayor of Bag City, and Culture. Doesn't look like Justin's going to join us. So yeah, huge congratulations to our top 3. Tonight is over for the Italian Grand Prix. Fabulous job for these guys. A couple of safety cars, which definitely switched strategies up. Gave a couple of guys a chance to try to make something happen. Next week, we're going to be headed back to Monaco, so it's going to be a great race. Hope you can tune in. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time next Thursday. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.